Well, hey guys, welcome back to Adventures with Crystal. Hey, it's been a while since I've made a video and you've probably been wondering, where have I been at? So I had a little bit of burnout. I'm in St. Louis and the winters are not the greatest. It was snowy, it was cold, so I can't ride the motorcycle, I can't go camping, stuff like that. So I did other stuff throughout the winter, so let me show you what I did. I ordered a greenhouse from Costco and it got delivered, and that was in the month of December. In January, where it's still cold out and it's 0 degrees out and it's cold and snowy, I decided I was going to put this little kit together. Not little kit, it's an 8x10. I was going to put it together in my garage. I was going to build the walls. So I did that. I built the walls in my garage. It was really kind of fun. It's like a kit. It's got directions. You follow the directions and you're good. So I did that. Then I hurt my knee. Yeah, I fell down a few steps and I hurt my knee. I pulled my MCL, and then it kind of came to a halt on putting it together. But before that, before I fell down the steps, my daughter and I, we did build the foundation out in the cold. All right, we poured rock, we poured concrete blocks, we set it up, and it turned out really good. I hurt my knee. I fell down like 3 steps down to the basement and I hurt my MCL. It came to an abrupt stop of putting it all together out in the yard and setting my greenhouse up. So I hired a couple people and they put it together for me. It was really fantastic. They got it done in like a day, just over a day. Turned out to be the most fantastic greenhouse in the world. And in February, I started growing things. It was awesome. I love this greenhouse. It's not very far out my back door, and it gives me the option of getting away, kind of, and having sunshine in a warm area that's sunny to go to and not cold. So let's take a tour of what I've been doing with this greenhouse. Okay, so let's go take a walk and I'll show you the greenhouse. This greenhouse was chock full of things I was growing. I grew brugmansias in here, some from seeds, some from cuttings. I started lots of lettuce and tomato plants, all kinds of stuff. Dahlias, yeah, I kind of went dahlia crazy. Yeah, you'll see soon. All right, so let me show you the inside. Everything's been cleaned out of here and I've got it set up with nothing in it right now. This is the inside of my greenhouse. I've got a nice little table in here where if I wanted to come in and sit down and hang out, I could. But what you got to remember is that it's 20 degrees at least above outside temperature in here. So if it's 85 outside, it's going to be about 105 in here. Not any place you really want to hang out in the summer, in the hot summers anyway. I've got some shelves that look like this. And on these is where I started my seedlings. And I've got grow lights right there. Okay. Over on this side, I kind of did the same thing. These are shoe racks, and I put grow lights under those. And then I've got heat mats down here where the seeds started. In the winter it gets cold in here, and I have this cute little fireplace down here. Got it stored out of the way for right now. So the foundation is rock, and then I painted these pavers. They're just like $2 pavers that you can find at like Walmart or Lowe's. So I painted a bunch. All right, so let's go over and take a look at my dahlia bed. My yard extends almost down to the street. One of my friends found this really cool trellis for me. Out here I created a bed around it and I planted a ton of dahlia. These dahlia, though they look tiny right now, are actually going to grow to be about 5 feet tall. I painted this trellis black, and I made the sun orange and black, and I have solar lights that make the sun light up at night. So each of these dahlia have a name. We've got Joe, we've got Purple Flame, we got Parrot, we have Keith H. All the dahlia, not all, but almost all the dahlia you find will have names. These are 5-gallon grow bags. That way, if I decide I want my dahlia someplace else, I'll just move them. These are Alfred Grill in these, and these haven't come up yet. The tubers are down in there, placed in there, and ready to grow. Here's a couple more baby dahlias that are in this pot. Down here I have some black-eyed Susan and some weeds. All right, let's go look along here. These are some that I just started out. These are some that I started out with when I first got my greenhouse. This one is Joey Linda. These are growing super good. These are big pots that I got for $5 at the dollar store. And I just lined them all the way down, as you can see. And yes, I have my statues. They protect me, right? All right, and each one of these dahlias has a name. That one's Caitlin's Joy. This one is called Ding-a-Dong. Okay, so I got Jesus here. I'm not quite sure what's going on with Jesus. Ever since I got him, this rust color has been appearing on his heart. I don't know what that is. So if you have any ideas, you let me know. Okay, we'll go along here some more, along the trees. This one I got from Walmart. Yeah, I don't know. Walmart dahlias might not be the best thing to get. I've heard they have gall, some of them. Hello, St. Francis. All right, we got another one here, another dahlia. Okay, let's take a look at my backyard here. Here is the back of the greenhouse. And I made a regular garden back here. I started with tomato seeds, and my tomatoes are huge. We've gotten a lot of water this spring, and it's finally quit. I probably planted these just a little too early, but I'm going to have some good tomatoes. All right, I started off with lettuce here, and I grew lettuce all along the front. And I quickly learned about lettuce. Don't plant it too close together because I pulled half of them out. But I always have lettuce now. Back in the back here, I've got dahlias growing. Again, they're in grow bags, and I love color, so I put them in the colored grow bags. I did a video on how to make this raised garden bed. So if you want to try it, it's so easy. You just use concrete blocks that have these slider holes in them, and you just slide the boards right in. Stack them too high. You can go look for my video if you want on that. This is the back side. This is the, where we came through before. And I have more dahlia here. Like I said, I probably have 150 dahlia plants and probably 120 varieties, all with different names. I've got Bellflower in this one. What else do we got? I did sneak a tomato plant in there. I've got Lilac, Thyme, Prince of Orange. Right down here, I've got La Luna. I call it La Luna Tracy because my friend Tracy gave me that one. All right, each of these have a different name. Sun Lady. These garden beds, these raised garden beds, are just so easy. You put cardboard. It's hollow on the bottom, nothing down at the bottom of these. Put them together. It takes maybe 20 minutes to put these together, the screws, lots of screws. But you put cardboard on top of the grass, wet it, fill it with dirt, which takes a while to fill with dirt, and you're good to go. Put your flowers in and you're ready. More dahlia down here. I've got Unknown Orange, I've got Ding-a-Dong again, Houston, Ben Houston, but they're all named varieties. Over here I've got lettuce growing in this raised bed. It's doing pretty good. My favorite lettuce. Okay, back here I've got another little garden bed, another one raised. I've got some dahlia in there, another tomato and some lettuce. So over here, what I did was I took these pallets that I found for $2 on the Facebook Marketplace. I used them to set the grow bags on, and these are all filled with dahlia. I need to do some cleaning throughout here and get this in a better way. Right here I have my chicken coop. I'm getting some chickens in just a few weeks. They will be Polish chickens, and they're really cool chickens, okay? All right, We got a chair right here, another one of those garden chairs, the peacock chair, the vintage kind. And look what I have here. Dahlias. More grow bags, each one filled with dahlia. All right. I got more names. I got Daisy Duke, Senior's Hope, Robin Hood, Sonic Boom, Gold Scepter. Okay. Really? So these are all going to be blooming and make great cut flower arrangements when they grow. Tubers need to be planted like 6 inches deep. So if you take, for instance, this one, this Myrtle's Folly right here. Let me get out of the way. So if you take, for instance, this Myrtle's Folly, you see how little it is? I'm letting these have time to grow. And once they grow, then I'm going to fill in more dirt around it as it grows. That way it'll be 6 inches deep. All right, let's go take a look through here. But anyway, all this took time to create. It's a lot of work moving all this dirt, planting grass seed, doing everything. But now it's going to be time to go for a motorcycle ride. So that's what we're going to go do. But this is where I hang out. But this is kind of where I hang out in my free time, guys. And what I've created for a nice serenity place to enjoy. It's my escape and my little paradise, guys. Well, it's a beautiful day, guys, and now it's time to go for a motorcycle ride. It's about 85 degrees out. This will be the first ride I've been out on in a long time. So let's go down. I gotta get gas in both my motorcycles. I'll have to come back and get the other one for a second trip, but I'm gonna take them around town a little bit, down to Creve Coeur Lake, and do a little ride. Make sure they're both working really good for longer rides. All right, let's go get on the motorcycle.
Till he taught her how to shoot. Daddy didn't play no games, wouldn't let her trade her name for a fake I do. Boy, you better know what you're getting into. This ain't no shotgun wedding that you're used to. The target is you. If you leave, I'm standing all alone at the altar. Daddy's daughter got a smell. Daddy in a dirty white dress with